Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the Leopard 1. This is a tier 10 German medium tank armed with a 10.5 centimeter cannon. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Kasserine with 8 tier 10s on each team and no artillery. For this game my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, and coated optics. And I'm using a German crew which has 16 crew skills and perks. But the crew has recently moved into the tank, so I'm not getting the full benefit from the mastered skills. I was getting multiple great games with the Leopard 1, way better than what I had been playing in the past, and so I threw in my super crew and put on chocolate to take full advantage of the momentum. So for this game I'm going to be playing very passive. The day that I was playing this I had used the Leopard 1 quite aggressively for multiple games. There wasn't enough light tanks or they were dying early, so I was happy to have a little more relaxing of a game, since I had 2 very competent light tank teammates fighting on my flank. I accidentally bumped into my Grill 15 teammate there. I thought he had taken up a position much farther back, and I felt really bad about that because that would have reset the camo on a purely sniping tank destroyer, but fortunately it doesn't take any immediate hits, so it's of no real consequence. Whenever you bump someone in a game, I strongly recommend sending the sorry message. Even if you're not great at working the command wheel, I would say it's worth the time to do it, because I've had some unfortunate interactions with players from just accidents like that, so I always make sure I do that even if I don't believe that it's entirely my fault, because the last thing you want is to have a game ruined by being trolled by your teammate. And of course, if you're the one who got bumped and someone says sorry, just give a little affirmative back so that there's no hard feelings. So far I've been having a great start to the game, just picking off targets, crossing the open areas. Unfortunately there's an Object 268 that's sort of pinning us down in this position, so I definitely want to try to take him out before I get aggressive. With the Leopard 1 being such a soft target, I try to wear the enemies down quite a bit before I advance. If we had a bunch of heavy tanks that were trying to break the line here, then I would definitely advance with them. If that's not the case, and there's no reason to get aggressive yet. I've got a nice shot under the Grill 15. His dead tank is actually quite useful. I signal help here just in case my light tank teammates off to my right can get some easy flank shots on the T-54. Both of these light tanks performed very well this game. They helped spot out this whole flank, and they were quick to capitalize on the offensive opportunities once the game developed. I didn't expect that Chinese light tank to make such an aggressive move, but I'm happy to hold on to a few extra hit points. Great initiative on his part. There's no more enemies for me to shoot at from that position, so I'm going to move forward and find some new targets. I haven't gone to that area too many times, but it gave me a great sniping vantage point there, and I've seen all sorts of tanks get big damage from fighting there. Two easy damage hits there to help finish off the enemies on this side of the map. All the remaining enemies are down below here, or just on the other side. It's still a pretty close game, but the arrival of myself and the 2 light tanks that were supporting me helped change the balance of this situation very quickly, because the enemy is taking a lot of fire from both directions now. I can't pen the front of the E100's turret without heat rounds, but someone manages to get the kill just before I'm loaded. I rarely have to use heat rounds with the Leopard 1. It's quite tactically flexible so you can get around shooting at the strong parts of the enemy tanks, but I don't hesitate when I'm fighting an E100 from the front like that to just switch to them, because it's a big difference between bouncing shots and destroying an enemy. The enemy T110E5 rams our E100 for an exchange of 507 for 57 damage. Not an ideal trade for him, and it robs me the chance of getting some finishing damage. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game, I earned 65,000 silver without any multipliers, remembering that I did run chocolate but didn't fire any premium rounds, and 2,063 experience. In this game, I dealt 7,418 damage and destroyed one enemy. This earned me high caliber, mastery badge first class, and a Confederate medal. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,375. I managed to hit 22 of my 24 shots and penetrate 19 of those. In terms of crew and module damage, I injured the driver in the T-32, injured the driver in the T-54, damaged the engine in the T-110E5, and damaged the ammo rack in the E-100. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that game with the Leopard 1. You got to see some of the passive potential this tank has, but I've got some more fun games to share where I was able to be a lot more active with this tank. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.